One more, may time pa. Your grandmother, I understand, was a teacher. Your
Yes.
paternal grandmother was a teacher.
That's right.
My grandmother was the same. Message for our teachers. They're waiting for their salaries again. There were some before, but we still haven't brought them up to industry standard. Message for them, please. And what are our plans for uplifting the condition of our public school teachers?
Well, I have always considered all teachers, all of them. I consider them all heroes. Because we have to, again, you have to remember, parang sundalo yan eh. It is a calling. Teaching is a vocation. It's not a profession. It's not a job. Like I always say, may kilala ka bang teacher na milyonaryo? Wala. Hindi naman nag-teach yan. Hindi nagtuturo yan dahil gusto nilang yumaman. Gusto nilang turuan ang mga bata para yung mga bata handa sila sa buhay nilang parating na buhay nila. They want them to be prepared. And that is their vocation. And that's why we have to support. Nakikita naman natin, the teachers are having to do all kinds of other things. Pagka yung sweldo nga nila hindi na late, magpa 5-6 na yan, malulubog na sa utang yan, hindi na habang buhay na yan, nandiyan nakaipit na sa kanilang mga utang. Kaya tulungan natin ang teacher that not only financially, make sure simple lang naman bagay na yung kanilang sahod na makuha nila ng tama. And we should more benefits also. We should do more for their families so that they do not worry about their families. They worry about their students and teaching. Hindi nila kailangan naalala, yung anak ko may sakit, wala akong pambayad ng doktor, wala akong pambili ng gamot. Dapat hindi na nila kailangan dapat iniisip yun. I think speaking about teachers, you're ending up talking about the whole educational system. We really have to with the new remote learning, we have to really try and make it better. The digital infrastructure obviously comes into it. But we have to think beyond the pandemic, and that our educational system has to be upgraded. And the first part of that is the support that we have for the teachers, not only financial support, but also support in terms of the infrastructure, the classrooms, the school buildings, the materials, the supplies, the school supplies, the equipment that they have. If you look at normal public school, how many of them have computers? It's 2022. Ang dami sa kanila walang computer. Mga bata hindi pa nakahawak ng computer, yung Game Boy nila at saka yung smartphone ng magulang nila, pero hindi sila humahawak ng computer. That's fundamental already in the year 2022. So something as simple as that, the equipment, I go to places, meron pang ginagamit na Marcos School building. The Marcos School buildings were put up in 1967, 68. Dapat yan 20 years, 25 years lang yan, papalitan na yan, babaguhin na yan. Nandiyan pa rin. Kaya yun, yung mga facilities kailangan natin ayusin. And the teachers, not only financial, not only in terms of benefits, but also in terms of refresher courses, retraining. Ang bilis ng takbo ng teknolohiya, for example, even social systems, political systems, economic systems are moving very, very quickly. And the teachers have to have a good awareness of what's happening in the rest of the world, so that the teachings that they are giving their students are relevant to the global economy, are relevant to this new world that we are in, this technologically driven world that we are in. So it is not only hardware, it is not only finance, it's also software. And ang teacher, ang daling, syempre teacher yan eh. Madaling turuan ng teacher. We're talking about yung delayed na sweldo. Nung una ako naging congressman, yun ang nakita kong problema dun sa distrito ko. So nagtayo ako ng cooperative sa bawat bayan ng teachers cooperative. Para hindi na sila magpa 5-6, meron silang savings and loan, binigyan namin ng konting seed money, and they're very successful. So simple things like that we can do to help the teachers' condition, the teachers' plight. Then pag-isipan natin, pag magkapera tayo, bigyan natin ng scholarship yung mga anak nila. Fair enough. That's okay. Naintindihan ko yan. Pero ang pinag-uusapan dito ay balikbayan.
Yes, you're right, Your
Okay,
Honor.
so let us stay focused on the subject at hand. What we are talking about is why did you institute the new policy of wanting to open all the balikbayan boxes? Commissioner Lina, you just told me that it was your initiative. I am now asking what was the basis of that change in policy. Apparently, we have no record of any balikbayan boxes actually being found to contain arms and drugs, as you publicly declared.
Can I ask?
You identified the problem as being the problem that you said you have identified is that balikbayan box are used to smuggle drugs and arms. Now we find out that your intelligence department has no record of any balikbayan box ever containing drugs or arms. Now, then I do not understand why you decided to undertake this policy. And I think at this point, since at least we have found already that the balikbayan boxes are not, in fact, being used to smuggle drugs and arms, or if so, it is a small fraction of the other drugs and arms that are being smuggled through packages, through containers, and other contraband. At isama na natin yung mga motorsiklo, yung mga, meron pa dito, jet ski. Magaling masyado yun, pinagkasa yung jet ski doon sa loob ng balikbayan ba. Anyway, my point is, I am happy that you have retracted this policy. All that is left, I think, when are you going to apologize to our OFWs? When are you going to admit to your mistake? When are you going to realize that this is parang hindi na Pilipino ang galaw na ito eh. This is being unkind to the people that are keeping our economy alive. You know, they remit 25 billion. That is already, there are fees taken from that $25 billion by the government. Then now, these small gestures of affection and remembrance, you are now going to cause problems with that. And it turns out there is no basis. There have been no, let me repeat it, and I was expecting that you will give me some numbers, but apparently it's even less than I thought. It is zero. Zero balikbayan boxes have ever been found to contain arms or drugs. And so this was, it feels arbitrary. And because of that arbitrary change in policy, I think what is in order is that the Bureau of Customs and you, Commissioner Lina, just issue an apology. Admit that you were wrong. Tell the OFWs, we care for you. We value you. We are not trying to harass you. We are not accusing you of being smugglers. We were trying to do our job, but we went down the wrong path. I am sorry. Madali lang naman yan eh. And I think it will be much appreciated by our OFWs. Now, I would ask who would like to speak as an OFW rep.
Chairman, can I interject?
Yes,
Yeah.
please, of course.
Go ahead.
I just want to add na this is the second time. The first time was when they asked the balikbayan to pay the 550 travel tax kahit na exempted sila doon.
Yan, iba pa yun.
And then nagmatigas din yung
Yung MIA.
oo, nagmatigas
hindi
din
na ho
si
Bureau of Customs yan. If I'm not mistaken, that's
General Honrado.
Oh, it's the
na
airport.
na hindi nila babawiin yun. Hindi nila binawi yun. Hanggang ngayon, nasa court case pa din yun. At pina-inhibit pa nila yung judge para wag madesisyonan yun. So hanggang ngayon, nagbabayad yung mga balikbayan ng 550 kahit sa law, exempted sila. So that is the first time. And this is the second time. Parang merong sunod-sunod silang tama sa atin eh. Sana wag naman kasi pag i-interviewin tayo, they are our modern day heroes. Tapos sila yung tama ng tama sa ating mga policy. So siguro